Hey everyone, welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. My name is Adelina and I make videos about living in this tiny house on wheels and living a more intentional life. Today I want to talk about drinking water. In the past recent videos I've done how to sort of have emergency power if something happens to the grid, solar, battery banks, things like that. I've also discussed lighting options that are rechargeable, so in case your electricity goes down. Both of those things are also really useful for the camper van if you are off grid and you're camping, if you're boondocking and something like that. And today I want to talk about drinking water. So right now I live in Calgary and we have a municipal water system that I'm hooked up to, and so I'm not that concerned that my drinking water is unsafe to drink. But there are things in my drinking water that I don't want in there. Primarily, I don't want fluoride in my drinking water. That is a personal choice. I don't think it's safe. I don't want to be ingesting it. Also, the amount of minerals, metals and minerals that are in the drinking water concerns me. So I was looking for options to make my drinking water just a little bit cleaner and taste better too, because sometimes the municipal water can just not be that tasty. And I don't buy bottled water unless I'm out and about and I can't help it. So I have been testing a couple of water filters that are the jug style that you know are the most popular that you can buy on the market. And so I just kind of wanted to go over both of them. And then also one other option that I wanted to discuss, that is a water purification product. So these two first that I'm going to go over are the Brita, and I'm sure most of you have heard of the Brita water filter system, and the ZeroWater, which is, I think, newer. And I didn't know much about it until I started researching them. And I heard about the ZeroWater. Now, one of the things I love about the ZeroWater is that it filters out 99% of a lot of the, what do they call it? TDS, the TDSs, which is total dissolved solids in the water. And so that's its claim to fame. And I watched multiple videos online where they were being tested and the water was being tested from each of these systems. Now, you've probably heard of the Berkey water filtration system. It is the gold standard. It is also very expensive. Even the travel Berkey is very expensive. And I love them, don't get me wrong, but I did not have the money to invest in something like that. I really didn't want to have something that big on my counter right now. And so I was looking for something a little bit smaller. Potentially that could go in the fridge, though it turns out that both, that they're really just too big for my fridge because I have an apartment style fridge, but I'll show you what I do. So I decided to test these two, the Brita and the ZeroWater. The ZeroWater I bought off of Amazon. The Brita I just bought at my local Walmart. I will link them both down below. Actually, all three of these products down below in case you're interested in learning more, also to their websites or purchasing them. I don't make a commission off of anything like that. I bought this all with my own money. I just wanted to see how different they were and how the water tasted from each of those. So we're just going to do a little taste test and see how different they are. So this is the TDS tester meter, I guess, that comes with the ZeroWater, and it tests the total dissolved solids in each when you dip it into the water. So we're going to do that for each of these products. So I have filled both jugs with tap water from the municipal water system, and I'm just going to do a little taste test, and then we're going to test the water for the total dissolved solids and see what we think. Both of these are water filters. They're not water purification products or systems. They're not like a UV filter or anything like that that you might put into a house that when you really wanted something that would take care of bacteria, viruses, and things like that. Neither one of these does this. So the Brita, what it says is it reduces heavy metals. That would be lead, mercury, copper, things like that. It reduces the amounts. And it's supposed to reduce the taste of chlorine in your water, because municipal water systems put chlorine in there in order to kill the viruses and bacteria, and sort of the metallic taste of the water. So that's what it's supposed to do. The ZeroWater is supposed to, it's got a 5-stage filtration system, which the Brita has a 3-stage filtration system, if I remember correctly. And it's supposed to reduce 99% of the heavy metals in your water, include lead, mercury. It also is supposed to reduce pesticides in your water by 99%, and also take care of non-organic, which particulates, I don't know, such as asbestos, chlorine, fluoride, and more. And if you go to their websites, the nice thing about the ZeroWater, it tells you what percent it reduces. The Brita website doesn't tell you what percent it reduces those things. It just tells you it does. So I really like that the ZeroWater takes out 99% of chlorine, 99% of asbestos and heavy metals and things like that. But neither one is a purification system. So neither one of these will take care of eliminating bacteria in your water or protozoa in your water. And those are those single cell organisms that cause diarrhea and things like that. They're parasites. Neither one of these will take care of viruses or anything like that. You need a water purification system for that, and that is a lot more complicated. But I do have one product that I want to show you that is a water purification product. So, so that's the difference between the two of them. This one was $45.99 when I bought it. This one was $21.99. This is a smaller jug, so I think if this were the bigger jug of these was about $39.99, so not a whole lot different in the two of them as far as price for the same size. So we're going to do a taste test right now. I've got the ZeroWater, I've got the Brita, and I've got tap water. So we're going to taste them. I'm going to taste the tap water first. Meh. Now let's taste the Brita. Definitely tastes better. Still has kind of an aftertaste, but definitely tastes better. And now let's taste the ZeroWater. Just tastes cleaner to me. I just, there's something about the ZeroWater that tastes cleaner to me. So I definitely taste a difference. So now let's test it for the total dissolved solids. Okay, so let's give this a test. We're going to test the tap water first. So I'm just going to turn this on. And then you put it in the water and you hold it. So it's telling me that it's got 130 total dissolved solids. I don't know what that is per, but we'll just go with 130. So that's the tap water. Now, the Brita, hold on a sec. Has 106. So quite a bit less. So that's not bad. So it's definitely removing some of those total dissolved solids in there. And that's good. Now let's taste, Now let's test the ZeroWater. Put that in there. Zero. So 0 total dissolved solids in the ZeroWater. That's pretty cool. That's pretty amazing. And that is why I'm keeping the ZeroWater. And I'm passing the Brita on to my son, because I don't want it to go to waste. And it is definitely helping the municipal water to be cleaner and a little safer to drink. I mean, I don't think that this Calgary City water is unsafe to drink, but I do think that there's things in there that I don't want. And one of the things that really makes this stand out to me versus the Brita is the fact that it filters out chlorine and fluoride. And I don't want either one in my water. And I definitely want it to be filtering out mercury and lead. And let's face it, with a city this size of this age, we have lead pipes still in the works in the system. And I just want my drinking water to be as clean and as healthy as possible, with the understanding that I'm lucky to live in a city where the water is treated and it's safe to drink. But safe to drink doesn't necessarily mean as healthy as it could be. So that's one of the things that I love about that. So that's the one I'm going to keep, is the ZeroWater. I think for that price, that's a really good deal. But I want to show you something else that I found and have done some research on and really love, and what might be replacing this in my future. This is the LifeStraw. And this is the, it's a personal water filter is what they call it. But what it does is, and this one in particular is one that goes into your backpack, that you keep for emergencies if you are out and about or ever in an emergency situation where you don't have access to clean water and you have to be able to drink basically what's in a pond, in a lake, wherever you can find water. This is quite an impressive product. It actually removes 99.999% of bacteria, including E. coli, and protozoas. Those are those single cell organisms that are, what do you call them? Parasites. It will also remove 99.99% of the protozoa, which are parasites and can make you very, very sick. So this is quite an amazing little product. I really love that every time somebody buys one, they donate one to a child in need that needs clean drinking water all over the world. That's pretty amazing. What I didn't realize is they actually also sell jugs. And so in the future, I will be buying one of these jugs because I love the fact that it takes care of bacteria and the protozoa as well. When I move to Vancouver Island and I'm set up in my new spot, I will be ordering one of the LifeStraw jugs because I'll be on well water, and while I'm sure that the owners of the property will be having the well tested regularly and all of that, I just want to be 100% sure that there is nothing in there that's bad, because this is not a municipal water system where it's being chlorinated and all of those things. So having something that will actually kill bacteria, protozoa, parasites, things like that is going to be really important to me. This is going in the van. That's why I bought it. I'm going to have it in the van. I'll take it if I go hiking. But if I ever find myself in an emergency situation where I do not have access to what I know to be safe drinking water, I'll be using this. And then down the road, when I have the jug, I'll be using that for all of my drinking water inside the house. I could put in a whole system under the sink with filters and UV and all of that, but I don't want to spend the money on that right now. And I don't know if I'll ever want to, but I know that if I can get a jug from LifeStraw that takes care of those things, I'll have a lot more peace of mind when I'm on well water. Right now, being in the city, I'm not as concerned about that. So those are the three products that I wanted to show you. And I wanted to do the little test with the total dissolved solid meter here to test all three. So that was pretty good. I think that was very impressive. The fact that ZeroWater actually took out all of the total dissolved solids in the water was really important to me. It was really impressive. And I like the way this tastes. When Jamie tasted it, they described it as it tasting cleaner and having no aftertaste. And I totally agree with that. It's not a huge difference in taste, but I am trying to drink more water. And I'm using this even for my coffee. So this jug, being so round, does not actually fit in the door of my fridge. This one does, but it takes up a lot of room in my fridge. So this is what I'm doing. I'm keeping this on the counter, and I am filling up this jug to keep in my fridge. And this is clean, and I wash this regularly, and then I just fill it up with the clean filtered water, keep it in the fridge so I have nice cold water to drink, which I really love. And then I also use this to make my coffee and my Keurig. I use the water from this to actually fill Sophie's water bowl as well, because you know, cats aren't meant to be drinking, ingesting chlorine and fluoride and things like that. And I want her to be as healthy as possible as well. So for all of the living creatures in the house, we are now using the ZeroWater. Like I said, it's not that the tap water coming out of my tap here in a major city is unsafe to drink. It's just that this way I know that there's no mercury in it. I know there's no lead. I know that there's no chlorine, and I know that there's no fluoride. That's all been removed. So I hope that that was useful. Again, it's just one of those things that I wanted to go over because I've been really enjoying this, and I wanted to do the test, and I really wanted to share the LifeStraw with you. The LifeStraw wasn't expensive. It was $18.99, so $19. All these prices are Canadian dollars. And the jugs that I saw on the website were about the same price as the ZeroWater. They may be, I think that was US dollars though, so it may be a little bit more, but I do think it'll be worth it once I'm on the island and off of a municipal water system and onto well water, just to be sure that I keep myself and Sophie as healthy as possible when we're drinking lots of water, which we should all be doing. I hope that was helpful. I hope you enjoyed the review. I know that there are a lot of other water filter systems, jug systems on the market. Like I say, there's the Berkey, which is awesome as well. In the multiple videos that I watched when they tested the Berkey against the ZeroWater, sometimes the Berkey did a little better, sometimes the ZeroWater did a little better, but they were pretty close. And given the price difference, I thought that this was a lot more accessible for me and probably for a lot of you who don't want to invest in the Berkey. Though the Berkeys are amazing, don't get me wrong, and if Berkey wanted to sponsor me and send me one, I would be more than happy to review it. But since I'm paying for this all myself, that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to pass this one along to my kid. I'm going to put this one in the van for hiking and for emergencies, and that's how it's going to go. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're staying safe. Remember, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. We all need more kindness in this world. I love you, and I'll see you next time.